Hi guys, so it's been quite a while since I've posted a video at work, or at least videoed a video at work, but today I'm doing something that's quite unconventional for me, and I thought I would bring you along with me. Now the machine in question, as you've probably seen by the thumbnail, is a cherry picker, and I've been told that this is the biggest self-propelled cherry picker in the country. I don't know what the biggest one is in the world, but I'll make sure I post it below so you can see. But this one's 82 meters it goes up, which is a fair size, as you can well imagine. Nearly as tall as me. But I'm going to go pick it up. I don't quite know how I'm going to load it yet, because there's not a very good spec sheet of it. Normally you'd look at the spec sheet and you'd roughly work out what you're going to do then, because you need to notify it and put a movement order in. But we've kind of had to just estimate, because there's not any specific dimensions on the dimensions that are quite critical for us. I guess so. Without further ado, let's get on with the video. So when we come out of here, that little bridge over there, I need to be escorted the wrong way round, because that's got a 44-ton weight limit on it. I'm just meeting my friend Adi down here. He's like an adult but smaller, like a compact sized adult. But he's going to be giving me a hand to load this, and yeah, we'll get it on the trailer. So here's the cherry picker in question. Look at this. That is pretty big, isn't it? It's pretty big. Makes my truck look absolutely tiny. The fact that the back wheels are there, not quite sure how I'm going to fit it in at the moment, because the dimensions really don't do this justice. But Adi's just going to pick it up and put the basket right back underneath for me, just so I can see what's what and at what point I need to extend it to. I think so. Finally got it in, so now he's just going to lay it down, and I can properly measure then at what point I need to extend the trailer. So Adi, why wouldn't it go down? What did I say? What did I say to you?
You said about the chip.
No, I said put it out,
no,
and you didn't listen.
You were about telling this bit, and I said no, that bit hits the wheel.
And you didn't listen.
No,
and then as soon as you called someone that knew what they were doing, he extended it, and it now works.
Simply, I told you.
Hell, 9 meters nearly, 8.7 meters. You treat wheeled machines like this very much like tracked machines, and you measure the frontmost part of the wheel to the backmost part of the back wheel, and then that gives you this sort of distance that you need to open in the bed. So that's 6.6 and that's 8.6 from the front to the back. So we've got to get... We really need probably at least 9 meters. So I'm going to extend it 2.5 meters, and then hopefully we can fit it in. It's a blessing and a curse, but it is always really helpful being tall in this job. So obviously, being as tall as I am, I can reach the tyres, and then I just roll the biggest one down and put it under the front of the trailer, which is the fixed part of the bed, so then I can pull the extending part out forward past it. I used to really hate these locking blocks, but they are pretty neat. So you push them down and pull them out, and they hold themselves out, and then you can pre-tension them to lock themselves back in again, but I'll show you that in a minute. Because the machine is so chronically slow, you can see that Adi is unfolding it right now while I'm extending it. So you just saw me there put the handbrake on, and I'm just showing the guy that's working with Adi how far I need to extend it by, so he'll stop me then when I get to the right point. If you watched carefully then, you would have seen the back of the trailer drag slightly forward, and that's because as I pulled the trailer out, it slightly pinched on the bed, and it locked itself back in place again, so it just started moving the back of the trailer. So I've lowered it back down slightly so I can just extend it the last half a metre. So there's a bit of tension now on this, so when I pull it out the rest of the way and it locates in this hole, it will spring it back down flat. So you're about to see me pull it out right now, just that last little bit, and the springs will finally pull that block in. Right here you can see it. But what you don't see is I push it slightly back, and the reason I do that is if you leave it further forward, you can't push it down to put any shims in the bed because it leaves a bit of tension on it. Handbrake off. Back up we go again now with the trailer, just so we can pull the tyres out from underneath the bed. I sped this process up for unchaining the dolly by adding 2 magnets to each pendle, and they just hold the chain in place so you don't have to keep taking the chains on and off. Initially I laid these tyres out how I would lay them, or very similarly to how I would lay them for a tractor machine, but what I decided to do in the end was take the top one off the double stacked one, as you can see in a second, and I just laid that down on the bottom because these wheels will climb because of the size of them and the power that the machine has.
Try it.
So what are we doing right now, AD?
We're lifting the jib off.
And then the main is the other one.
The main of
the main boom.
Top boom.
Got a professional with us today. Doesn't get much better than that. I think if I come forward to start with and bring it closer to the trailer.
Crab it across.
Oh, can you crab it on this one?
So we're in crabbing out, so just right and left. Put your foot on the thing, with your foot on here, take it off. I'll put it back on. Then turn. Finger pressed on it.
Is it actually?
Yeah, then just press forwards. How's it doing it? Push it forwards.
Oh, fuck. Helps to hold on, doesn't it? Is that as far as it goes?
Yeah, on crab, yeah. Everything's restricted when the axles are in.
Oh, is it? Why is it so slow now? It was quicker a minute ago.
Yeah, we can make it quicker, but it's a bit more jerky.
Is this what we're classifying as quick right now?
Is it a bit? It should be quicker. Is it all the way forward?
Yeah.
Many months later.
Do you know what? I reckon they'll load that ship before we actually get finished manoeuvring over slightly. I just wanted to point out that we're not even at the front of the trailer yet, and it's nearly over the back with it unfolded and all the way up. Just got to grab it over very slowly. Oh, look at that. Perfect. So I'm just rolling the neck forward now, which you can actually see here because I've sped it up, and then that enables me to get these big blocks in, and then that's where we put the shims under, and then the safety block goes in, the longer one. Here I'm doing the second one in a second now. That's it, just there going in. That's the second safety block. Next to go on here is the hydraulic multi-block coupling, and then I put the air duo coupling on, which has got 2 air lines to it. Then the ABS line, and then the lights line for all of the lights and everything across the back of the trailer. Hey, Rady, do you want to reach?
Flicked it to purple. Wait a minute. Probably I can't.
That one down. As I said earlier, this is chronically slow, but I'm just lifting the main boom up now, and then I start extending it a meter, because you have to extend it a meter to be able to lower it all the way down. And then once I've got it rolled under, I rolled the basket under as well. But yeah, it's just a really, really slow process. Because this is the first one in the country, there is a little bit of working out to try and get it exactly right, and also like working out how to place the arm down, because you don't want to put a load of weight down on it, you just want to sort of sit it down on there so you can strap it down tight from bouncing around and stuff. So the last thing to do is just chain it down. So I'm going to go from this.
little bit more screw tire, I think. That needs to. You going to be the outing bonnet? Yeah, 12 on there. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Well, we're all loaded up, ready to go. It is bloody long. Just going to measure the height as well, just make sure that's okay. I'm going to guess, my cab is 13'5". I'm going to guess that that's 15'4". Not a bad guess. Clear? So 15'4" is how high this is. The last thing left to do is turn around and I'm going to go and get the paperwork and then the police will escort me out. He's going to go up here and turn left while I carry on and go straight. They've got the roundabout will close for me now. So, what's that weak bridge there? And we're going to go out the wrong side here. How empty the services is. I've seen it this empty in a while. So what I'm going to do is I will park near the road over here. And I'll park against this double yellow line there, which is essentially the edge of the lorry park. There is an upload bay there. Oh, I'm going to park in the upload bay there. That's what it is. My back up here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to spin round, drive the wrong way down there, and then go and park in the upload bay, just in case someone hits that mast. Because the damage that they cause to this machine will be monumental if they do hit that. So it'd be easier to back down there and be out the way. It's hard, I mean, you can't see the upload bay until you're in here, and then the problem is then you're kind of facing the wrong way to try and get to it. So what I'm doing essentially is just getting my own way to it. Right, now that's done, let's just drive this little bit over here. And then at least we're not going to get it damaged by someone, because it is kind of hard to see as well, to be fair to anyone. If they were to hit it, it's not easily visible. Can't really see now because there's... Oops. After that, pull around here, I think, I hope. Oh, jeez. A stupid place to get to the upload bay. Hang on a minute. Have I gone wrong here? Oh, no. Where the hell? How the hell do you get to the upload bay? I can go through this way. Hopefully. I think because all the bins were there, it looked really wrong, but so far it's not too bad. Oh no, look at this turn in here. Whose idea was it to have all of this to get to the upload bay? Jeez, that's tight. Jesus Christ, that is tight. I'm not going to make it around that. So, all I want to do is park up, and you can't because of stupid lorry park, stupid upload bay. The dumbest idea. Right, so I've had to lift the trailer right up in the air. I can't steer it over any further because I'm going to hit the curb. And then we can kick it round. That's it. Oh, that's tight. That was very unenjoyable. That was unnecessarily stressful, but we're parked up now for the night until tomorrow when my escort gets here. It actually looks alright on the trailer, and I could have had it like half a metre closed, but it's always better to err on the side of caution. And how the basket sat when we lowered it down, it was kind of hard to see where it was going to sit exactly. But I mean, I've just blocked it above it now. It's quite high, but there's not much I could do for the electric panel. Morning, so it is now 4:20 in the morning. I'm just going to do a quick walk around check, and then we're going to get going. So I need to get there before the rush hour, really, because I've got another really early start tomorrow to bring something out of London, which is a bit irritating. So let me just do my walk around check. Obviously, we've got the great British weather today, so it's raining. I'm refusing to believe that the summer is over, as you can probably see, so maybe at the end of the month I'll start putting some jeans on. My truck has just hit 700,000 kilometers, and I'm sure when I started driving this it was between 350 and 400. So I've done a hell of a lot of miles in this in the last couple of years. So we made it. We're everyone's happy. We're just going to start unloading it now, I think. Just going to go and check that they don't want to take any more pictures or anything before I do that, being that it is the first in the country and the biggest in the world, I guess. It's the screen logo. I have said this before, but the reason I disconnect the ABS plug here, and this is the dolly ABS plug, is because when I lift it up when I'm empty, it notices that there's a fault, i.e., or there isn't a fault, but it notices that the wheels aren't turning at the front, but the wheels are turning at the back, so it thinks that there's a fault. This is pretty much all the same as connecting the dolly up, just disconnecting things one by one. So the airline, the ABS and the lights lead, then the hydraulic coupling there, and then once I've done that we do the main safety blocks, because I can then get in to the trailer. This is the way I've always done it, and I like lowering the dolly right down now so there's no oil in the rams, or there's no pressure in the rams. And then I like to lock the back ram off now, because if you do it once you've connected back up and all the blocks are in, you can't get it lower or low enough, so you still end up with a little bit of pressure in the rams. This is something we should have done when we were loading this and lift the slooping out, because we could actually see a little bit easier when you take the slooping out. But it is actually quite difficult to do this one-handed. That is a really big bit of steel. Thank you, Chris. So when we were loading it, AD said to me you should keep the secondary, or I think it's the boom, straight to the main boom. So that's what he's doing here. You can see him just level this out here, and then he's about to drive it off then once he's slightly slewed to the left. It's a bit harder connecting up when you can't actually see your trailer, but oops. Try not to climb, Chris. So we're ready to extend it now. Just lowering it down. There we go, just so there's a little gap. So last thing to do is shut the trailer up, which can be fairly... So Chris is actually lifting the neck right now to keep the gap the same as I close the trailer up. There we go. Easy as that. It does help not being in gravel though. Chris is also now just locking those two locking tabs back down again to keep the trailer bed from extending itself on its own. Right, now all we need to do is take the handbrake back off and we're done. You might have been able to hear there, but as I was lifting that up there was a squeaking noise from my brakes, and that's because the back end will roll backwards as you lift it up, but if the brakes are on it can't roll backwards, so it tries fighting itself with the truck that's got its handbrake on. We're all done, ready to get going. I've got to change to the 5-axle and head down to London for a 80-something ton machine tomorrow morning early. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.